Good morning, Earthlings. Why do I say Earthlings? Because we live on the planet Earth. And if I were to say good morning, Americans, then I would be ignoring the rest of the world. And that wouldn't be right. And there might be people from other countries watching this video, so I want to be sure to include everybody by saying good morning, Earthlings. And if you're not from Earth, what are you doing here? I think it's time you should leave. And if you don't, kick your butt. Anyway, I'm making this little video to make very clear why you should be using genuine ink in your printers and not generic ink. I found this out the hard way. It took some troubleshooting, it took some experimenting, and then I discovered why I should not ever use generic ink again. I'm a committed Canon printer user. I have Canon printers, I have Canon cameras, I've been a Canon fan for a long time. And I bought a Canon 4720 printer, and for some reason I put in some generic ink. I don't recall why I did that, but I had some generic ink and I put it in my printer. And I had problems, not with the printer working, but with the color of the ink. Now, I'm a very simple operation here. I don't have all this thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and there are things that to do on a computer, and I'm not sure how to do them. So I thought I'm going to do this the simple way. The number of ink that I am supposed to use in my TR 4720 is the 275 and a 276. That's what I should be using. And when I would print things out using the generic ink, the colors never came out right. They just, for some, I would have something red that would print green, and I have something other colors that would print green, and I was thinking about calling Canon support and say, why am I having this problem? And then I looked. I always keep an extra set of ink cartridges on hand in case I need them. And I looked and I found some genuine. Canon ink. Okay, and this is the 275, 276, as you can see. 275, 276. This is genuine Canon ink. All right, and so I ran some tests. I did some troubleshooting on my computer and printer, and I didn't like what I was getting, and so I took the generic ink out and put the Canon ink in. When I would print out invoices from Amazon, and I blacked out information that's personal, because the data isn't important. What's important is the ink quality and the ink color. So this is generic ink. Now, if you notice up here, this is printing in green, okay? And I've got different colors printing blue down here, and I've blacked out stuff that's not important. But this is the generic ink, and I would print this out, and I would always get green. But green isn't the color that is actually on the invoice. This is with Canon ink. It's supposed to be orange, which it is. This is Canon ink, and you come down here and you see this is orange, okay? However, on the generic ink, it isn't orange. On the generic ink, oops, you want to see the side, came out blue, okay? So I'm wondering why am I getting green when it's supposed to be orange? This is Canon ink, this is generic ink. So I did a couple other things. This is a nozzle check with the generic ink. This is the nozzle check. You see how this is not even, and there's not even anything here, right? And there's nothing here. This is with the generic ink. okay? And then I did the nozzle check with the Canon ink. Now look, see, I've got what was missing before, and I've got what's missing before down here. This is the Canon ink. All right. Now that was a nozzle check, and then I did the head alignment. This is the head alignment using the generic ink. Okay. You see how this is faded out? It's not right, and how everything is green. Well, then I did a nozzle check with the Canon ink. Okay, now I've got all the colors. This isn't black, green is black. The colors are there as they're supposed to be. So then using, I noticed this. If you see this, see here, this is see, we get it in focus here. See how there's spots missing here? See, there's some vacancies right here. This is the generic ink. Okay, when I can't take the Canon ink out now. It's in my printer. But with the genuine Canon ink, there are no missing holes. There are no blank spots. They're all there. All the contacts are there. Okay, and this is the black. Okay, this is the black. It's a generic ink, and the same way with the color. Took the color one, and if you notice, there's some holes missing there too. See, there's a vacancy there, and there's a vacancy up here. There's some holes, but with the Canon genuine ink, there aren't any vacancies like this. All the contacts are there. So I'd taken the generic ink out, and I put the genuine ink in, and that's how I came up with the discovery that now the ink is printing as it's supposed to be printing. It's the right colors. Instead of it being green like this up at the top, it's orange like it's supposed to be. And then as I showed you before, all the colors are like they're supposed to be. Cyan, magenta, yellow, everything's there like it's supposed to be with the Canon ink. And with the generic ink, you see how I got green here and there's stuff missing? So the problem wasn't with the printer. The problem was I was using generic ink. And I learned from now on to never use generic ink again. Always use a genuine ink. Now, if you have problems with your printer and you have problems with colors not printing correctly, nozzle checks and head alignment and so forth, are you using generic ink? If so, don't. Use a genuine ink, and I'm sure you'll solve a lot of your problems. I discovered that I solved my problem by using true, genuine ink and not the generic ink. So this is a short video. I know it's not very professional, but I hope it's very informative, and to let you know that you might save a few dollars by using generic ink. Genuine ink's probably going to be a little more expensive, but you're going to get true colors. You're going to get the colors that they're supposed to be. You're not going to get stuff missing and not printing. So I just wanted to pass this on. I learned something very valuable, and I will never use generic ink again. For a few dollars more, you avoid a lot of problems, and to me that's worth it. So this is just wanted to pass this on as a little lesson that I learned, and hopefully you can avoid the same kind of problems I had by using genuine ink in your printers, whether it be Epson or Brother or Canon or Hewlett Packard, whatever. Don't use generic ink. You might, like I say, might save a few dollars, but if you use genuine ink, you're going to save yourself some problems, and you'll get colors printing as they're supposed to print. So just want to pass it on. Hope you have a nice day. Take care. God bless America.